So, it was another rough one for Wall Street yesterday. Hey everyone, it's Friday morning, November 7th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we dive in. Today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital Asset Management Frankfurt. Learn more about our funds and strategies at amf-capital.de. Alright, let's get started. Stocks resumed their slide on Thursday as investors got hit with some ugly jobs data and renewed worries about big tech. The Standard & Poor's 500 fell about 1.1%, the Nasdaq dropped nearly 2%, and the Dow lost around 0.8%, or close to 400 points. The big headline came from a jobs report that showed October was the worst month for layoffs since 2003. Yeah, not great. That news pushed investors into bonds, sending the 10-year Treasury yield below 4.1% as traders sought safety. Meanwhile, the debate around tech valuations just won't quit. Qualcomm delivered strong earnings and upbeat guidance, but the stock still fell more than 4%, a sign that good results just aren't good enough right now. Other chip makers like Nvidia and AMD also slumped after comments from a government official who said there'd be no federal bailout for the artificial intelligence industry. That came right after OpenAI's CFO hinted at potential federal support for chip investments, something the company's CEO later denied. So yeah, a lot of mixed signals and some nerves showing through. Tesla was also in focus ahead of its shareholder meeting, where investors were set to vote on Elon Musk's trillion-dollar pay package. There's speculation he might walk away as CEO if the deal gets rejected, and Tesla shares dropped about 3.5% heading into the vote. And politics weren't far from the picture either. Supreme Court justices sounded skeptical about the legality of Trump's trade tariffs, a decision that could have huge implications for global trade if they're struck down. Still, the Treasury Secretary tried to calm nerves, saying he's very optimistic. On the earnings side, we also heard from Warner Brothers, Airbnb, and Moderna, rounding out a pretty jam-packed day. So yeah, it's been a week full of layoffs, legal battles, and tech fatigue, and investors are definitely feeling the weight. Alright, that wraps up today's Capital Markets Quickie. Join me again tomorrow morning for more market updates. See you then.